Attention passionate Philadelphia, EAGLES. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Philadelphia Eagles' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Philadelphia Eagles fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Philadelphia, EAGLES. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now in the NFL, especially within the NFC East, is a situation that could shake things up considerably. The Philadelphia Eagles, who have been one of the most exciting teams in recent years, are always in the thick of things when it comes to playoff contention and Super Bowl aspirations. But the landscape in the division is always evolving, and recent rumors and moves shed light on some interesting developments that could give the Eagles an even stronger edge. And it all revolves around the ongoing roster adjustments, player performances, and strategic moves that teams are considering as they head into the 2025 season. Let's start by talking about the division rival, the New England Patriots. Now, the Patriots, as many of you know, have been in a bit of a rebuild phase recently. They've got a lot of young talent, especially at the wide receiver position. And here's the thing, heading into the next season, they find themselves with a glut of wide receivers, which means they're probably going to have to make some tough decisions. And one of those decisions might involve trading away some of their veterans, which could open up opportunities for teams like the Eagles to make a move. Specifically, Kendrick Bourne is a name that's been floated around a lot lately. Bourne, as many of you remember, joined the Patriots back in 2021 and had a pretty solid start to his NFL career. During his rookie season, he really made an impact, hauling in 55 receptions for 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. That was a real breakout year for him, and he looked like he was going to be a key piece for Bill Belichick's offense moving forward. But since then, things haven't been quite as smooth. Last season, Bourne caught just 28 passes for 305 yards and a single touchdown over 12 games. And that was after he tore his ACL midway through 2023, which obviously hampered his production. Now, you might be wondering, what's all this got to do with the Eagles? Well, there's a strong possibility that the Patriots, with their current roster situation, will be looking to move on from some of their wideouts to clear cap space or to rebuild with younger players. And one interesting proposal that's making the rounds suggests that the Patriots could trade Kendrick Bourne to Philadelphia. The deal? Well, it might be a modest one, perhaps a 7th-round pick in the upcoming draft. It might seem like a small return for a veteran receiver, but the truth is, Bourne still holds a lot of value, especially given his experience and what he can bring to the table as a depth option. For the Eagles, adding Bourne could be a very savvy move. It's about bolstering that wide receiver core, which has been a crucial part of their success in recent seasons. Jalen Hurts, as most of you know, is one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league, and having a reliable, versatile receiver like Bourne could make a lot of difference in tight games or in those critical moments when you need a clutch catch. Bourne's ability to get open, his route running, and his experience in the league make him a valuable asset, especially in a division where every game counts. Now, I want you to pause here for just a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Philadelphia Eagles news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. What's really interesting about this potential move is not just the immediate impact on the Eagles' roster, but also what it signifies about the team's broader strategy. The Eagles, under head coach Nick Sirianni, have shown a real commitment to building a team that's versatile, fast, and capable of adjusting on the fly. Adding a player like Bourne, who has playoff experience and can step in as a reliable target, fits perfectly into that mold. And think about the depth chart. With players like A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Quez Watkins, the Eagles already have a strong core. But depth is always a concern when injuries or fatigue come into play. Bourne could provide that extra layer of security. Furthermore, the Eagles' coaching staff has been excellent at maximizing their roster's potential. They're known for their innovative offensive schemes and their ability to adapt mid-game. Having Bourne on the team could give Jalen Hurts yet another reliable target to work with. We've seen Hurts develop tremendously over the past 2 seasons, and his chemistry with his receivers has been a key factor in their success. Adding Bourne could help maintain that momentum, especially during the grueling playoff push, where every yard and every catch really does count. But let's not forget about the bigger picture here. The NFC East is a tough division. The Dallas Cowboys, for example, always come with a strong defense and a potent offense led by Dak Prescott. The New York Giants, with their young core and aggressive coaching staff, are no pushovers either. The Washington Commanders, with their recent upgrades, are also pushing to be competitive. So, for the Eagles, making smart moves like potentially adding Bourne isn't just about filling roster spots. It's about gaining strategic advantages, about bolstering their depth and versatility to outmatch division rivals. Looking ahead, the Eagles' front office has shown they're not afraid to make bold moves when necessary. They've already built a roster that's among the best in the league, but they know that staying on top means constantly evaluating and adjusting. If Bourne becomes a Philadelphia Eagle, it'll be interesting to see how he fits into the offensive scheme and how Sirianni and his staff utilize him. They've historically been excellent at maximizing the strengths of their players, and Bourne, with his experience and skill set, could be another piece that helps them sustain their winning ways. And speaking of the season ahead, the Eagles are entering 2025 with high expectations. They finished last season with a stellar record and made a deep playoff run, only to fall short in the NFC Championship game. That loss was a tough pill to swallow, but it's also a motivation for the team to come back even stronger. The addition of a veteran like Bourne could be the kind of move that tips the scales in their favor, especially in those close games where a veteran receiver's savvy and route running can be the difference between victory and defeat. Their defense, led by stars like Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham, remains formidable, but it's really the offensive side where they want to improve. Jalen Hurts is already a superstar, but the team wants to ensure he has all the weapons he needs to succeed. The coaching staff's focus on improving the passing game, spreading the ball around, and creating mismatches has been a key part of their strategy. Adding Bourne, who can operate well in the slot or outside, gives Hurts more options and helps keep defenses guessing. Now, if you're thinking about the big picture, the NFC has become more competitive than ever. The San Francisco 49ers, for instance, have a dominant defense and an efficient offense led by Brock Purdy. The Detroit Lions are rising fast with their explosive offense and strong defense. The Eagles, to stay at the top, need to keep making smart, strategic moves. Bringing in someone like Bourne, even for a 7th-round pick, can be a low-risk, high-reward move that pays dividends during the season. And remember, the NFL is all about depth and resilience. Injuries happen, and when they do, having capable players ready to step in makes all the difference. That's why adding a veteran presence like Bourne, who has shown he can perform in high-pressure situations, is so valuable. His experience in the league, especially under the bright lights of playoff games, can be an asset for the Eagles' locker room and game day performance. Beyond just the roster implications, this potential trade also sends a message about the Eagles' mindset. They're serious about contending again, about maintaining that high level of competitiveness, and about maximizing every opportunity to improve. The front office and coaching staff are always looking for ways to gain an edge, and acquiring a player like Bourne fits right into that philosophy. It's a move that could help them get over the hump, especially in those tight, crucial moments of the season. And as we look at the broader NFL landscape, it's clear that the Eagles are positioning themselves well for another deep playoff run. Their core is young and talented, their coaching staff is among the best in the league, and their front office is always looking for that extra piece that could make the difference. If they do bring Bourne into the fold, expect to see him integrated into their offensive schemes quickly, helping Jalen Hurts and the rest of the offense stay dynamic and unpredictable. So, Eagles fans, this is an exciting time. The possibilities are endless, and every move they make is a step towards another Super Bowl appearance. The division is fierce, but with strategic additions like Bourne, the Eagles are showing that they're not just content to compete, they want to dominate. The season is approaching, and with each passing day, these stories develop further. Keep your eyes on Philadelphia's roster moves, because they're shaping up to be one of the most interesting stories of the NFL offseason. And now, Philadelphia Eagles fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think bringing in Kendrick Bourne would make a real difference? Are you excited about the team's prospects for 2025? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Philadelphia Eagles. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Philadelphia Eagles news. Thanks for being here, and as always, go Birds.